Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. If you like content, hit the subscribe button, leave a like down below. There was a conversation going on over on X, or Twitter, or whatever the hell it's called now, where Hal Haney was asked if he could have his characters made into toys, what are the first 6 he would do? And I'm like, that got me thinking. There's one thing that no wrestling game, or any game with a character creator, has ever done that I can think of, at least not here in the States, because I would have jumped all over that, is have a system set up to where you can take your created character and have it turned into an action figure. Now, I understand that doing that would cost a lot of money. I think, now that I think about it, I think Skylanders did that. But the way it did it, because you had to unlock all the parts to make a character, nobody ever used it because unlocking those parts took forever. Now, I got me thinking, because 2K, the 2K series, has access to Mattel, and they had the John Cena toy character put into the game. And it got me thinking, it's like, why don't they do this? Why don't they just have a system set up to where you can take your created character, you upload it to their Mattel website, and then it turns it into an action figure. You can have it look at it, you have to, like, it'll scan the whole character, and it should work just fine, right? How cool would that be to be able to take your created characters and turn them into action figures? I mean, they'd probably charge $100 an action figure, but heck, I would do it. I wouldn't do them all at once, but I would definitely do it. That'd be so cool. So it got me thinking, for Ultra Pro Wrestling, if they could find a toy company to team up with, how cool would it be if they made all these action figures of Hal Haney's characters in the vein of, like, the He-Man toys? Now, some of you young people are like, He-Man, what's that? Well, they call it Masters of the Universe now. But if you've seen those old action figures, you could pretty much copy and paste any character to that body, and it would make it really, really simple and really fast, but add, like, more joints and stuff to it. I think that'd be so cool, because there is a series of WWE action figures. It's called, like, WWE Masters of the WWE Universe. They did, like, a kind of a crossover, but they were all Walmart exclusives, so of course they didn't sell very well. There was a couple of Ultimate Warriors. There was the New Day, was many faces, John Cena, and they were all, like, themed, and it looked really, really cool. I think it would be so cool if Ultra Pro, them in particular, would do this. Do you know how much money I would spend on making my own characters if the character creator is as good as they're making it sound? If you look at all those characters, they said that they're going to allow you to use all those parts and fully customize them. Imagine the crazy original characters you're going to come up with using all those parts. I mean, technically, all those parts are from Hal Haney's brain, but you get what I'm saying. Like, you'd be able to make your own action figure out of that. That would be so cool. And that would get the kids on board to buy your game and to do this. It would bring in more people, because you got us old guys that love Aki and love old wrestling games. How cool would it be for you to win over the younger audience too? It's like, oh, I can make my own character and have him turn into an action figure? That's brilliant. That's genius. I don't know why no company has done this, especially 2K or AEW. I mean, the AEW game is kind of bare bones, but you know what I'm saying? Like, AEW and 2K are in a position to where they have access to toy companies that could do this. What a great feature that would be in a wrestling game. I would jump all over that and spend so much money. Anyway, would you support this feature? Am I out of my mind, or am I onto something here? Make sure you send this video to Ultra Pro, 2K, and everybody, or at least just tell them the idea of why don't they do this. It's another revenue stream too. Think of all the people that make all these original characters every single year in the 2K games. The more robust the character creator is, the better the action figures we can make could be. And we might actually finally get more attention on the character creator, because I feel like they just kind of copy and paste and maybe add a few new things here and there. They don't really work on the character creator. They're too busy working on, especially 2K, I'm talking about 2K. They only work on, like, the showcase mode. They'll barely touch the universe mode. They did a major overhaul on My GM, so that got a lot of love. But it's always my faction, the showcase mode, and then I don't know why, but they always mess with the controls every year. It's like 2K22. By the end of its life, it was fine. You didn't have to mess with it. But then they started trying to change little things here and there. So when 2K23 launched, how you counter and how the CPU attacks you was totally different, and it really threw me off at first. But it's more of a guessing game now. So anyway, I'm going off the rails here. Would you support this action figure initiative idea? Would you use the feature? The way they can make it work is have you upload your characters to a server or to a website. Let's say you can only do so many so that it doesn't blow up the server. You can have it make a character. It would probably take, I don't know how long, because the only snafu or the only hiccup I could see making this not work is, since every single one of them would be completely custom, how long would it take for the turnaround time, right? Like, it might take a month to make your one action figure, and if it's not exactly how you want it, well, you're kind of SOL. You have to wait for another one, or if you wanted to return it or whatever. I don't know how this would work. It'd be really cool if they gave the control to the people and like have this website where you upload your character, and if it doesn't perfectly put the stuff where you want it, allow you to adjust it before it's made, right? And allow you to make either one or let's say 10, right? So that way you can make a bunch of them. And if you're a content creator like myself, you can end up selling them and stuff like that, but then that's probably some legality thing and all that crap. Anyway, the whole point of this video is how cool would it be if they had a system to where you can make your created characters into toys. Would that be something you're into? Because I sure as heck would be. Anyway, sound off in the comments below. Thank you for watching, and stay frosty.